This is basically going to go over the binary compensation plan, how it works, how you can easily start building it. I know a lot of people get super confused and they're like, I don't know how it works. I'm signing so many customers, but I'm not ranking up to silver and above. What's going on? And you have to remember that no matter how many customers you sign up, it's going to be super difficult to build your binary if you don't have distributors building and going as well. So you can make a huge residual income and not even rank as silver in this company. So you can literally be signing up customers and get that 50% commission, the 50% residuals. But remember, when it comes down to your binary, and your binary is basically what's in your back office when you log in and you see your rank advancement. When you click downline, there will be a button that pops up, and underneath of downline it will say binary overview. That's when this page will pop up, and underneath of this is this. And you're going to see that sometimes it'll just say 0. And we will get to all this in a little bit, explaining it all. But sometimes you're going to see it just says 0. And then like you have like one leg that has like a bunch of volume on it, and you don't even know what happened because you haven't really like started yet. And this is because your team isn't growing. It isn't building. They're probably stuck just like you. They don't understand the binary compensation plan. So we're going to go over that and go over all that today. So if you sign so many customers, don't think that you're going to be ranking as silver just like, let's say, for example, let's say Amanda. Let's say Amanda went silver in 5 weeks, and you hustled and got 50 customers. That doesn't make you silver. Silver is when you get 1,000 in volume weekly, which means right here you will see 1,000 come up, and it will rank you up to silver. And then this silver will go up to gold, and then so on and so forth, and you'll start ranking. So let's start from the basics. When you sign up a distributor, you make $35 if they purchase a pack that's 70 CV. If they purchase a pack that's smaller, you will make less. So if you make a $20 fast start, that's because they didn't purchase the Elevate and Accelerate together. They need to purchase the Elevate and Accelerate in order to be a distributor. So that means it has to be a 70 CV order. Now, since you got that $35 fast start, their first month is going to be 14 CV. They're going to count as. Then next month when they reorder, it will count as 70 CV. So imagine if you signed up 10 distributors this month. Well, that 10 distributors times 14 would be 140 CV that month. And it will obviously show up throughout each week, because remember, the rank advancement and the binary payout ends every Tuesday night at 12 a.m. Eastern time. So every Tuesday night, everything resets. So that whole month, you sign up those 10 people, it's 140 CV. But next month, can you guess how much it's going to be when all the reorders come through? It's going to be 700 CV. That's a huge jump. So that means throughout that month, it's going to be 700 CV. And you're going to see it pop on maybe if you signed all those 10 people in that same week and they decide to reorder that same week, it will show up that week. But don't be mad that it didn't show up every single week, because remember, it happened once. So that's why you want to get the duplication going with your team. That's why you want to start having them sign up distributors as well, because remember, if your distributors start signing up distributors, it will start creating a domino effect, and every time their distributors reorder, it will count as 70 CV and show up in your binary system as well. So it's just going to start building, and I'm going to show you how you can easily build and create that momentum with both of your legs, so you can start seeing that within your second or third month of building your binary. So with that being said, $35 when they purchase the Accelerate and Elevate. You get that $35 fast start. Their first month will always count as 14 CV. All reorders after that will be 70 CV. And you will be paid out on your binary for that up to 20% residual on both legs. So for customers, it is 50% commission and 50% residuals. And that's what everybody usually like runs for. They say that's so amazing. And listen, it is amazing. I love it. I think getting customers is great, but it's not going to build your binary like distributors will. I'm going to be honest. And all customer orders only count as 14 CV forever, because you get that 50% commission, 50% residual. So when they order a pack, the 50% commission would be $50. And then 14 CV would go into your binary. So if you signed up a bunch of people that week and they were all customers, don't expect to have a big binary check at the end of the week, because you got your check from the 50% commission. You know what I mean? So this is just one thing to remember, that customers are great. Customers will come to you on their own. I always sell the opportunity, because the opportunity really will bring in that binary volume. And not only will it bring in the binary volume, but the customers will come on their own. I can tell you, I've had a lot of people that have come to me and they've said, Katrina, what's the best way to get started? I just want to try it for now, and then I'll sign up as a distributor. And I'm like, okay, well, why don't you sign up as a distributor, and no pressure at all. But when you sign up as a distributor, you'll get $10 off. You'll get your own personalized link. So you'll be able to send it out to, let's say you really love the product, you want to send it to your mom, or your mom wants to send it to her coworkers. She can do that, and then you'll make $50 off of every single sale, no pressure at all. And for you as the distributor, meaning the person that's signing this potential customer / distributor up, you will be getting that $35 fast start. If 14 CV the first month, second month 70 CV, and if they decide they just want to be like referring close friends and family, it will be an extra 14 CV. So you'll see that it will just start duplicating on its own, and you'll have customers that don't really want to be distributors, but they do want to refer a couple friends and family that they tell it about. And they don't want to go run full force with the business, but they're already in the business, ready to go, already have the training in case they want to get running. So I always get everyone to sign up as a distributor. That's just my personal preference. For reorders, it's better. They get a discount, they get a personalized link, and everyone I've signed up that wanted to try it out first signed up as a distributor instead, and fell in love with the idea of being a distributor, because most customers don't know that once you sign up as a customer and then you want to sign up as a distributor, then you got to pay another $89 plus the $20 sign up fee. When if you just want to try it and then you're going to run with the business if you love it, then pay the $89 plus a $20 distributor fee, and boom, you're done, you're in. And if you don't like it and you don't want to be a part of Be Epic, they could just easily go in their back office underneath of account profile and close their account, and they're done. So it saves them money, and it also gets them in the door. It gets them excited. They get to see all the amazing things that are happening with Be Epic. So that's personally just what I do. Not saying that's what you have to do, but this is how I was able to sign up so many distributors and to be able to build my binary so much. So that's the customer sign up, and that's the distributor sign up. Now, the fast way to build your binary. So a lot of people say, well, I have only 2 legs. So when I sign 2 people, where's the third person going to go? Is it going to go to somebody else? Is it going to stay underneath of me? And remember, it will always stay underneath of you. So you're going to notice that, and pay attention here and follow this, my mouse. So this is you. You signed up Mary and Wendy. And Mary and Wendy went out and signed up 2 people. Well, you're going to see in the back office, it's going to show up right here. Mary and Wendy signed up 2 people. And it's going to show up right here on the inside. But your people are still going to show up on the outside. And then, of course, there's going to be overflow volume and everything else. So I strongly suggest when you go into your back office and you want to keep track of everyone, you go into personally sponsored, or you go into downline, which is at the top of your screen right here. You'll go to downline, and then you'll go down to personally sponsored. There will be a drop down bar. It'll say personally sponsored tree view. When you click on that, you'll be able to see all your personally sponsored. Don't try and go into the binary tree and find your personally sponsored. You need to go down to personally sponsored tree view to find those people so you can see your personals. Because when you go into your tree and you try and look for them all, you're going to get confused because it's just stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking. And even if you have hundreds of people on both sides and you just sign somebody, they're going to be all the way at the bottom, but they're still personally directly underneath of you. It's just the overflow is happening. So the fastest way to build this business is to create 2 power legs. So I know that some of you are blessed with getting overflow volume from your sponsor. Some might not get blessed with overflow volume from their sponsor. So whether you do or you don't, I strongly suggest just doing it this way. So getting 3 people on one side and then getting 3 people on the other side as fast as you can. And then you teach your people to get 3 people on one side and 3 people on the other side. No matter how strong their legs are, you want to create 2 power legs. And when you create that momentum of getting 3 people here and 3 people here and teaching them to just go out and find leads, which I have training in Team Fearless that goes over that in the welcome video, how to find leads on Facebook, how to find leads on Instagram, and how you can start signing people, exactly what to say, what to do. It's all in there. So go back to the welcome video if you're very confused on what to say, what to do, how to find leads. Go back there because that will help you tremendously. So when you're ready and you've gone through the training, you know what to say, you're ready to start building a team. You sign up 3 people on your right leg, 3 people on your left leg. So a lot of people ask me, how do I sign up people on my right leg and left leg? Where do I keep track of the binary placement? So when you go into your back office, I'm going to use this as an example again. You're going to click on the home button. When you click on the home button, there will be a drop down, and the first one will say account profile. You're going to click on account profile and scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says leg placement. Then you're going to put it on either alternate, and then once you determine which one is your strong leg and your weak leg, then you will put it on the left leg or the right leg. Now you could see this one is placed on the left leg. And that's because as of right now, the left leg on this back office is the weak leg, the leg that needs help. And as you can see, this is all the overflow volume from the sponsor and sponsor and the duplication of the team above. So this is all overflow volume that you would need to get paid out on. Now, don't be fooled by this. Don't think that, okay, I have 285,000 in volume, I don't need to ever worry about that leg, because you do. Because remember, this is the active. They don't add up the overflow until this gets paid out. This week gets paid out, and then you will see the overflow will add up together with whatever was taken. Now you see that this is 0. So when this week is paid out, that 17,000 is just going to add on to that 265,000. And then this 3,700 is just going to add on to that 265,000. So you want to, for this case, you want to start working on your left leg. Get your 3 people on your left leg, teach them to get their 3 people on their left leg, and teach them to get their 3 people on their right leg as well, and start the duplication process. And then go to your right leg. If this is what your back office looks like, go to your right leg and get 3 people over there. So if you're already been in for a while, you have volume going on one leg, and you really want to get started and just get going, go to your weaker leg and put your leg placement to your weaker leg just temporarily till you get your first 3 or 4 people. Start building it. Then go back and switch it to your right leg. Get your 3 people on your right leg. And then after you get your 3 people on your right leg and your 3 people on your left leg, then you can switch it back to alternate, or you could switch it back to your left leg and start just solely building on your left leg. And once it starts catching up to your right leg, and don't let it catch up too much, because you still want to continue to blow up your right leg, even though it has so much overflow volume. You still want to make sure there's a solid duplication base happening over there. So make sure you have the 3 on both sides. That's my biggest suggestion for you, especially when you're just getting started. You need 1 person on each leg in order to be binary qualified. If you do not have 1 person on each leg, you will not get paid out on binary. So let's say you signed up somebody on your left leg and there's nobody on this leg, but you see a whole bunch of volume happening in your back office because of, let's say, overflow happens. You're still not going to get paid out because you don't have that other qualified person on the other leg. So you need a qualified person on the other leg in order to get paid out. So you need 1 person on each side, and then just follow this. It will duplicate itself, but you gotta be consistent. You have to be consistent. Don't think that, okay, I signed up 3 people on each side, I'm done. I don't have to do any more recruiting. I don't have to do any more work. That's not how the binary system is going to duplicate. You're going to work closely with those people and help them duplicate, or you're going to find 6 more people to back yourself up even more and keep working on 3 on each side. Just keep going and going and going until it just starts like creating this massive duplication because you signed so many people. So that's what I strongly suggest doing. That's the fastest way to build the system. That's the easiest way to comprehend all of it and just basically explode your binary system. So how to track your rank. So when you start building, you will start to notice that you will see volume starting to show up. Well, you're always paid out on your lesser leg. Remember that. Your lesser leg. So when your lesser leg starts going up, it's going to take 14 CV here, 14 CV from this, and then pay you out. As you can see, the binary pay was like 83 cents. And with the check match from your personals working, it was $1.12. So with that being said, the rest of it just overflows into next week until you're able to consistently get this to a point to where it's able to chew away at all this binary volume over time, and you can get paid out on all of that. That's basically just money sitting there for you, waiting for you to start building this leg. So if you have that going on right now, because you've been in for a while and you just sat around not knowing what to do with the binaries back end of it, this is what it looks like for you. Remember, this is literally money just waiting for you. You just need to start working on the other side using 3 people on this side, 3 people on that side. And honestly, if you have, let's say you run into 2 runners and you're working on your right side and your left side, and let's say you just started your right side, you found 2 really, really good runners. Know what I would do? I would make an exception and sign 1 here and 1 on the other side, and then go back to building the rest, because you don't want 2 runners on the same leg until you find your next 6 people, and then you can obviously add another runner. And then I just like to even it out, because they could both explode and that duplication will happen even quicker. So if you have 2 runners, put 1 on one leg, 1 on the other. If you don't have 2 runners, and you come across the runner, I always suggest putting the runner on your leg that doesn't get overflow volume from your sponsor. So the way you would be able to determine if that leg gets overflow volume from your sponsor is by coming here. Hold on 1 second. Go to binary tree. Oh. Go to binary tree, and you can see the overflow volume is coming from your right side. So your right leg is getting all that overflow. So that's how you're able to determine wherever this arrow is pointing. If this arrow is pointing this way, let's say, then you want to sign the runner up over here on your right side. But if the arrow is pointing the way it's pointing now, you want to sign the runner up on your left side. Because when that overflow volume does start, or if it's already happening, you want it to be able to like balance each other out in the beginning. And then afterwards, after you get a runner on each leg, then it's kind of wherever you feel like it needs to be placed. So now I'm sure you're looking at this and you're seeing all this red and you're like, what is going on here? And these are all people that have not placed their reorders, and they haven't been in the company for a long time. They terminated their count. Don't get scared when you see this, because there's still way more people on the team than what you see here. And it goes way farther down. I honestly don't even look at this ever. I never, ever look at this. I only come to this. Sponsorship tree view. When you come there, that's when you'll be able to see your personally sponsored people, and they will just show up in one big line, which is perfect, because that's what I like to see. I like to see who has placed a reorder for the month and whatever the case might be. It's loading really slow right now. Not sure why. But you'll just be able to see here, and it'll go across the screen just like this. And it will show you this many people on your right, this many people on your left. And then let's go back here. So this is how you will control your binary leg placement. is you will go to account profile, which is on your dashboard, and you will go all the way down to the bottom. You will pick the placement, and you will click save profile. Save profile. I do it twice to make sure it's correct and it's saved exactly the way I want it to be saved, and I refresh my page too. So with that being said, when you sign more than 2 people, they are just going to just overflow down, and you don't have to worry about it. They are still underneath of you. There's nothing bad happening. If you have your placement set on your left, they're going to go to your left leg. If you have your placement set on your right leg, going to go to your right leg. If you have it on alternate, then it will just go every other. And you'll be able to find that out in your back office. So I'm looking at my questions right now, and everyone's asking me this part, and it's so confusing. They don't know what's going on. It just looks like a bunch of numbers. You don't know how you're getting paid out. Well, remember, you get paid out up to 20% on your downline. So this like 10%, let's say, and this like 10%. So when you get paid out that 10%, let's say, up to 20%, it goes up to, depending on your rank and just where you are in the company. This leg is obviously the weaker leg. This leg is a strong leg. Now, if you have a bunch of overflow volume like this, but then you have what's going on up here like this, and let's say this week did 10,000 in volume, and this week did 3,712 in volume. You think now your weak leg is your right leg, which is not true. This is not taking into account all of this until it's payout time. Then you will see it subtracted from it. And until this all runs out, your left leg will be your weak leg until you see this dwindle down to the same amount as what it makes up here weekly. So once you get through all of this and you get paid out on all of this, this will always be your weak leg. So don't think that, okay, well, now I got to switch my rotator because up here it says that I only did 3,700 in volume on my right leg, but my left leg did 10,000 in volume. Because remember, you have all this overflow to use up. So you need to get paid out on all that first before the legs will switch. And then your right leg will become your weaker leg. And that's the leg you would have to focus on for building. But when you follow the 3x3 method and you continue to do that, you will be able to create 2 power legs where this won't necessarily be a huge problem because you're just building massively. So I know a lot of people don't like the whole constant recruiting for distributors, but I can tell you, even if you sign up customers, is it worth it to you to just do the 50% commission and 50% residuals and get the 14 CV, and you won't rank up as fast? Or do you want to rank up as fast, be able to get paid out on the other 5 different ways we get paid out with this company, which is the lifestyle bonuses, the 20% check matches, the 10% generational matches because you're paid down to infinity, and then the binary? Or do you just want to stick with the customer signups with this 50% commission, 50% residuals, and you're basically going to have to keep doing that to create your monthly income? Or you could do it this way. It's totally up to you. I can tell you, the way I built it is I built it with distributors, where I didn't focus on customers, I focused on distributors, because honestly, this opportunity is so life-changing. These products are so amazing, they're going to sell themselves. And this opportunity is so rare that it's going to sell itself. So when you talk about the opportunity and then you go, oh my goodness, not to mention our products are all natural, they're amazing, blah, blah, blah. And you go into depth on a specific product that you're selling to them, they're going to fall in love with it. And they're going to be like, okay, this is a win-win. Like, let's do this. And they're going to jump in as a distributor. But remember, you got to be confident about it, and you have to remember to follow what is taught in the training, because you don't watch this binary video and be all confused because you didn't go back and watch the other trainings. Definitely go back and watch the other trainings. If you gotten to the end of this and you're confused, you need to go back. You need to go watch the welcome video. You need to go watch everything that's in Team Fearless in the unit section, and then come back here to really get your head like in the game for recruiting, because this is basically recruiting. You're going to be recruiting for distributors, and you're going to be following this 3x3 method. 3 people, 3 people, 3 people, 3 people. And you will be surprised in 2 months. This isn't going to be an overnight thing either. I can tell you my first 2 months were super, super, super slow with it. And then all of a sudden it just exploded because we focused on this method and it just took off. And even though you saw the numbers growing in your back office the first 2 months, it didn't all register. It takes a little while for it to all register and create like a pattern for you to get paid out weekly on your ranks. So you'll see that like in the beginning, 1 week you'll have, here, let's just use this as an example. 1 week you'll have 14, 1 week you'll have 10, 1 week you'll have 0, 1 week you'll have 14. This is obviously just because they got customers, but the reason why it looks like this is because you don't have enough distributors in to be able to balance that out, and distributors signing up other distributors. So when you're wondering, okay, I have 16,000 people on my right leg here, you will see that this leg consistently does huge volume every single week. And that doesn't mean you need 16,000 people in order to make this kind of volume, because you can literally have, I've seen it, back offices with 150 people. I've seen back offices with 300-400 people do this kind of volume. So it really depends on your duplication and how you are as a leader teaching your team duplication. And that's another big thing, being a leader. You need to be a leader for your team. If you want to grow your binary residual income, you need to be a leader, and you need to teach them the same things. You need to be there for them. You need to work with them. You need to let them know that you're there for them for anything that they need. If they have a question on the binary compensation plan, you could say, here's a video that's already done. It goes over everything and basically teaches you how you can grow, which is here, how you can grow, how much you make, whether you want to sign up customers or distributors. I always suggest distributors, but like I said, it's up to you. It's your business. I'm just telling you how I was able to get the diamond, and how Renee, who is my first diamond, and she's amazing, how she was able to get the diamond. She signs customers, of course, but that girl signs distributors like crazy. And she signs distributors, and honestly, I remember having a conversation with her, and she said that I sign up more distributors than I do customers, and sometimes I just want customers. And it was funny because she's so good at just selling this together that people just automatically want to sign up as a distributor underneath of her. She's also an amazing leader. So she's so amazing at building the business, and she built the business the same way. She just kept an eye on her back office and looked at where she needed to place people and just kept going. And that's all you need to do here. I know it could be super overwhelming. Don't focus on the binary check match. Don't focus on the generational match. Just focus on keeping your legs as even as you can. Even if you have overflow volume, ignore that. Focus on here right now, keeping them as even as you can. So if you don't have overflow volume, focus on keeping them even. If you do have overflow volume, obviously, if it looks like this, focus on your left leg temporarily as much as you can, and then switch to your right leg, start getting that built, and then go back to your left leg. So get your 3 people over there or 6 people over there, and then go back to your left leg and keep growing this until you're able to eat away at all this volume, and then you can start balancing these 2 out. So that's all. I didn't want to make this a super long video. I hope it wasn't. But this is how you work the binary system and your back office and everything. And I hope that this was easy for you to understand and explain some things. And remember that you will not rank up weekly if you don't have your monthly auto ship, or you won't get your lifestyle bonuses if you don't have your monthly auto ship or your binary pay. So make sure at the end of every month or in the beginning of every month, or maybe turn your auto ship on, whatever you want to do, make sure you place an order every single month so you're able to get paid out on your binary pay and your lifestyle bonuses. And with the lifestyle bonuses, there's a lifestyle bonus video in Team Fearless, and it goes over how you can build that and get those. But honestly, they will build on your own if you do the 3x3 method. If you just do 3 people, teach them the same duplication process. Even if you teach them the 2x2 method where they get 2 people, those 2 people get 2 people, and they do it that way. You want to make it like that, that's perfectly fine. But remember, those bonuses will build up on its own. Don't completely focus on them because they will take up way more time than you thought, and it will be a little overwhelming. And if you just focus on 3 people, or 2 people and 2 people on each side, and working on that every single week, you will be able to do great things with the binary portion of this company. And this is just one of the other amazing ways you can make money with this company.